the question?
Why some men picks a woman to get married and some of them not?
Okay, now we spoke in vector psychology that mm, some people, I mean, some women, they don't even want to get married. It's just because society, standards of society. Sometimes they, but let's say if she wants to get married, and again, when she has this, when she relaxed inside, and when she has those, when she calm, she even produces those pheromones. It's not the same pheromones that you buy when you buy perfume. It's not the same. It's like natural, whatever she produces. Now, also, sometimes women, they, what the main thing is, especially for anal vector male, is very important that if a woman, the way she behaves, because we have like different sexuality and different taboo on sexuality, women in their behavior, men, yeah. So the way she behaves is subconsciously telling him if it's gonna be his gene pool, if it's gonna be his kids. So it's also very important. He's not gonna pick that woman if she behaves certain way. You understand? She has to. Um, if a man has multiple women, and he can be a musketeer. If a woman becomes trying to become musketeer, it's subconsciously tells a man that maybe kids will be not his kids. He doesn't know that either way he's not gonna not be his kids, but it's not the issue. The problem is if she behaves certain way, he can tell him that it's gonna be his gene pool. He can be sure he's gonna have his kids, because in ancient times we couldn't check the DNA and all that, and it was important on the way women's behavior. So nowadays, like if she goes, the more she goes like to clubs, the more she's have open relationships, the less for some man is gonna give him a sign that she's gonna be the same thing with when she's gonna be with him. She might do the same thing, you know. He doesn't know how she's gonna behave when they're gonna be married. Basically, he thinks that a woman, let's say if she likes to go to clubs, she likes open relationships, how he knows it's not gonna be the same when they get married. So her behavior is gonna tell a lot toward that. That's one thing. Uh, Another thing, again, those pheromones that she produces, it's also important. Man picks subconsciously without even knowing. For example, sometimes audio vector male can get uh, annoyed by woman voice, and just an example. If she comes inside, if she comes and relax, her tone of voice is different. So it's very important. Again, we're going back to fears. Anyway, doesn't matter what you're gonna do, we're going back to fears. If she scares, she's not gonna get married, she starts to uh, go do plastic surgeries and all kind of stuff to change her physical looks. I mean, it's important, but inside stays the same. It's disconnect there. I mean, they can get married, but not for too long, because manipulation never works for long term. It works, but not for long term. You know, if you want to get something instantly right now, you negotiating a deal, maybe is okay in certain things. I don't accept it if it's a doctor manipulating patient and one or dentist pulling his teeth, and he doesn't need to do that because something else has to be done. That's different.
Right.
There is good manipulation, there is bad manipulation. If I'm in business and I want to make more money in this deal, it's okay, you know, it's business rules. But if it's a doctor, he wants to make more money from its patient, then it's different story. You understand? So women, because they're women defense mode, you can say, because physically they're not, their energy is inner energy, so they use their also inner energy for like manipulation sometimes, but it can lead to marriage, but not for long term, because that is not gonna work for long term. So it has to be manipulation, not gonna work here. You know, it's not easy also to find the right person, the right partner, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing in everything. If you wanna buy a house, you don't buy a random house. You wanna look for it. It might take time. Maybe look for 100 houses before you buy one. So it's the same thing, you know. Everything
Yeah, right.
you look, when you look for somebody, it just sometimes it takes time to find the person. But people looking for cutthroat to cut to get it fast. They want resources fast. They don't want to burn their energy and put some effort. So they use manipulation. They use all kind of stuff. And again, it's not gonna. Eventually, they're gonna or divorce or something, but it's not gonna. You know, or they're just gonna have miserable life, both of them. Sometimes you hear, you know, they married for 20 years, but it's nothing. Maybe only 1 year they really were kind of connected and enjoyed each other. The rest, because they have kids, because they have mortgage, or I don't know what else. You know what I mean? So it's also not a sign when somebody tells me they were married for 50 years. I mean, so what? Maybe they were miserable most of their life. It doesn't tell nothing. And that's also important. You know what I mean? Just also I'm not sure what is like nowadays. You see less marriages, couples get divorced more, and marriage is going to kind of pass, because before she couldn't survive without men. They have to get married. Dermal visual vector woman, because she couldn't give birth, she couldn't get pregnant. So when you give her present golden, for example, rings or earrings or necklace, it's balancing her biochemistry. She feels better because she can survive tomorrow. With diamonds, she can survive more. Anal vector women, they don't care about that because they always can give a birth. They always can have family, and they always behave different way, because dermal visual, they use their sexuality for survival. Anal is something else, and other vectors. The same thing, boys. They neither homosexual, they neither heterosexual.